Honestly, it was a lot more developed than I was originally thinking, because I thought that Xinjiang, from what I heard in the past, it was just kind of like a desert with not much in it. But now we came to all these cities and it's very developed. Maybe it's not like Shanghai or Beijing where it's giant skyscrapers, but it's not like behind in times or anything. Everyone's living a great life here, and there's transportation, there's safety, there's everything.
Hello everyone, welcome to InXinjiang, telling you the most truth about Xinjiang from expat eyes. Today we invite our friends.
Hello, my name is Gavin Cooley. I'm from America, from Arizona. I am 23 years old, and I just graduated my bachelor's degree in arts at Peking University.
It is your first time in Xinjiang?
Yeah, it's my first time in Xinjiang.
So before you coming here, have you ever heard something about Xinjiang?
Before I knew about Xinjiang having a lot of solar panels and wind turbines and a lot of very eco-friendly kind of aspects, and especially now with the world kind of trying to turn more towards these green energies, I knew about Xinjiang because it's just very popular and relevant right now, and so I was really excited to come and see it. I'd also heard about Xinjiang being a very multicultural place because it's on the borders of Kazakhstan and Russia and a lot of other countries. There were a lot of different minorities here and ethnic groups.
What's your first impression about Xinjiang?
And my first impression, I would say, of Xinjiang was like home. It just felt like home, which sounds weird because I'm from Arizona across the entire world. But when we landed in the plane, I looked out the window of the plane and I was like, what the? It looks just like my hometown. Because it does. Where I'm from in America, it's a desert very similar to where we landed in Xinjiang. And so the mountains, the scenery, the plants, everything's very, very similar, even like the weather. And so it felt like home. And then when we started talking to all these people and meeting more people, it felt even more like home because they made it feel like home. They were so welcoming and warm and respectful and kind that it made it feel like they were almost like a new family, even though I'd just met them. And so it was a great, amazing first impression.
Where did you visit in this trip?
So in this trip, we went to a lot of different places, but some of the main places were like the Black Oil Mountain and the Ghost City, and then there was also the local families and also the Accordion Museum.
So what interests you the most?
The most interesting for sure was getting to go to these local families' houses, because I wasn't just looking at their houses, we were brought into their homes with their families, and they made all this food for us, and they gave us their locally grown fruit and vegetables, and they baked their, ethnic minority breads and baked goods and everything, and it was delicious. And then they not only shared food, they also shared their culture. They shared stuff such as their different dances and their different instruments and just different ways of living life here. And it was just such an interesting and awesome thing to be able to experience. And so to be able to come here and experience all these things that just live how the locals live and just really see how daily life is here and real people here are, instead of just listening to the news and media, it was just an amazing thing to see.
And so Xinjiang is a region where the many ethnic groups live together. So are you interested in this unique culture of Xinjiang?
Yeah, this is actually the thing I'm most interested about Xinjiang, I think, is because there's so many different ethnic groups, and some of them are just, they're so different, and so it's really interesting to me to see, and to be able to see that ourselves too, that was just really awesome. Not just something cool, it was heartwarming too, to be able to really see how everyone is just peacefully coexisting here.
Based on your observation in this trip, what's your thought on the overall development of Xinjiang?
Honestly, it was a lot more developed than I was originally thinking, because I thought that Xinjiang, from what I heard in the past, it was just kind of like a desert with not much in it. But now we came to all these cities and it's very developed. Maybe it's not like Shanghai or Beijing where it's giant skyscrapers, but it's not like behind in times or anything. Everyone's living a great life here, and there's transportation, there's safety, there's everything. There's eco-friendly stuff. There's parks right there outside the windows, there's lakes, there's everything. And so it's very developed. It's a lot different from what I'd imagined, and it's awesome to see that it's not how I imagined, because I'm glad it's even better than my expectations, because everyone else should be able to see this kind of thing too.
I know you are also an influencer. As your view, how do you think we can better introduce the real Xinjiang to the world?
I think the best way to introduce the real Xinjiang, people really need to see it. And so even if they can't come in person, and so the way that people do it nowadays in modern times is videos, social media. And so the best thing that I think could happen is to invite a lot of really influential influencers to come and bring them to places like we went to, places that are very local, to see the real people, the real culture, the real food, real everything. And not just people, not just culture, but also the land, the green energy, just to really see how everything is in person, because they'll be able to see how beautiful of a place it is here, how amazing and kind the people are here, and how just wonderful the culture is here. And they'll just want to shoot it and post it themselves. You don't even have to ask them to do it. They'll just do it because of how amazing it is.